Egg yolk, how's it hanging with the daily recruits of the Chico Army? And if you're new around these parts, just a lowly viewer of the tube. My name is Tyler, the host of the crypto channel that is so real, sometimes it seems fake. Kind of like this tornado.
Oh my gosh! Verdun, Manitoba! Stay alert downstream to the northwest. It's moving to the northeast, I'm sorry. It's moving to the northeast towards the Trans-Canada. Chasing for my radar, Storm Chaser Aaron J-Jack.
You know our twisted sister. It's time for Chico Crypto. Well, coming in hot, this most recent bullish run is something I knew and predicted was going to be the spark which kicked off the next bull run. 7 months ago, in January of 2020, I made this video with the title, Ethereum DeFi Tool to Spark the Next Bull Run? Uniswap, with a thumbnail which clearly stated it was under the radar. And back then, 7 months ago, it was. Volume on Uniswap was a fraction of what it is today. Checking out the volume the months before, during, and after January 2020, volume could barely break 5 million per day. It only did a few times, and the average daily volume was under 2.5 million during that time. Nothing like the centralized exchanges, who are doing hundreds of millions to billions of dollars 24 hours. For example, Coinbase in January of 2020, its average volume was just over $205 million per day. With Uniswap's average of 2.5 million, that means back then it was only doing 1.21% of what Coinbase was doing. Now let's pull out Uniswap's volume today. Over the past couple of months, in late June, volume was about 20 million. But once we crossed into July, that volume has been growing day by day, week by week, crossing hundreds of millions, 200s of millions, and even 300s of millions. Volumes exceeding Coinbase's January levels. But pulling out Coinbase's volume over the same time period, we can see volume was hovering around 250 million at the end of June, through most of July. It wasn't till the end and into August that Coinbase broke 1 billion on a few occasions. But let's just take exchange versus exchange peaks to compare. Uniswap's peak was 330 million on August 13th. Coinbase's was 1.236 billion August 2nd. 303 million of 1.236 billion is nearly 27%. 27% now and 1.21% just in January of this year. And Coinbase Pro is one of the most popular USD exchanges in the United States. Uniswap has no physical fiat option. So why is this decentralized exchange protocol acting like a centralized exchange today? Well, if you watched my video last week, I dove into the reason. DeFi altcoins that are not available on exchanges like Coinbase, and some of those coins have rocket boosters attached to them. Now you have to remember, Uniswap is just a protocol with no token. The only way to earn and contribute to the protocol is to provide liquidity to it. A simple explanation of how Uniswap works goes like this. Decentralized users contribute liquidity to Uniswap, and for their contribution, they earn a percentage of the fees charged by the protocol. By depositing liquidity, you are returned a liquidity pool token, which represents your share of the liquidity in that pool, plus any percentages earned from fees in that specific pool. So an example of liquidity provided to Uniswap, it always has to be a 50-50 split. So if you're depositing 10 tokens of A, you would need to add the equal value of B, in this case, 1 token. That is deposited into the pool, which has 100 A tokens and 10 B tokens. Now, for each person that contributes to that pool, they are returned as an output, liquidity shares or pool tokens, which represents their share of the liquidity in that pool at the time of their deposit, plus the shares of fees that were accumulated while they were a part of the pool. So then a trader wants to swap 10 A tokens for 1 B token. They can do it. They just have to pay the 0.03% fee that goes right back into the pool and is shared among LP token holders. So what I'm trying to get at here is there's something special going on. Traders are looking for these hot DeFi altcoins, while another form of trader, a bit more advanced, is looking to provide the liquidity, as early bubbling liquidity pools can have some pretty damn good returns. Checking out pools DexTools.fyi, we can see that there are multiple pools providing between 35% to 25% 30-day returns for the LPs, and even more between 25 and 17%. That is pretty damn good 30-day returns, and many of the pools are the hot new DeFi tokens, as the highest return liquidity pool of over 37% is the based ETH pair. And the number one coin yesterday, besides the stablecoin USDC as the prices were falling, based money token with over 15 million in volume. And look at the price of it over the past few days, under 100 to over 600 as of yesterday. Although I have no idea about this coin. It may be another yam, I have no idea. I'm just showing you how the LP pools and traders are creating self-reinforcing loops. Now today I actually have a special sponsored piece from the team at DexTools. And like always, the full details of our agreement can be found in the description. Why is this piece special? Well, DexTools is what the name says, a tooling application to enhance your trading strategies on DEXs. And of course, Uniswap integration is a feature of theirs, but also right now IDEX with other swappers and protocols planned in the future. So let's dive right into the app. They do have a free version of the app beta anyone can use at any time, but it has limited features. To access the most robust features of the app, it is a hold-based subscription model. You're not purchasing anything or necessarily spending anything. By hold, it means just holding the subscription level's required number of tokens in your Ethereum wallet. For the basic beta, you need to hold 5,000 DEX tokens, which is about $400 in tokens at today's prices of nearly 8 cents. And for the premium beta, it's 100k DEX tokens, about $8,000 at today's prices. So let's dive into the basic beta, which requires just a $400 hold of their tokens. You can access it on their website or at dextools.io/app. Of course, links for both are in the description. When you arrive, you are greeted with which exchange you would like to explore. Let's click on Uniswap. This takes us right into the free version, which has the Uniswap Pool Explorer and even the Uniswap Pair Explorer. But as we can see, this version has a delay and limited info. So let's get going with the basic beta. To do this, you need to make an account. Go to the left menu bar and click User Account. Very simple. Just click Create Account, connect your MetaMask and Ether address, enter an email, confirm with your email, and get your credentials. Then you are ready to log in. It should be able to read that you hold the required DEX key, and mine does. Now we can go home and then go to Uniswap and start exploring with a more detailed view of the data, updated in real time. Let's begin with the liquidity pools and then the token explorer. So the pool explorer shows us by default all pool activity in the last hour. You can also expand it to 2 hours and even 4 hours, and activity is added to the screen in real time. So what activity data is this providing? Well, first the token name, the time since the activity, actions where you can filter by only that tokens and all its activity, has a link to buy directly at Uniswap, a link to check the token contract, and a way to check out live data of that token. Type stands for what action was taken with the pool. Add means liquidity was added, and remove means it was removed. Next to type is the token price of the token in the pool. Total value is the amount added or removed from the liquidity pool, and they break it down in token amounts and ETH amount. A nice indicator is the pool variation, which shows how big of an effect that the add or remove had on the previous total of the pool. And they have the value of the pool remaining in ETH right next to that, so you can see the size of the pool in regards to the variation of that action. And finally, they have when the pair was created. So here's a little tip for finding new pools. Up at the top, you can filter by add, removes, or a third category, new, which happens when a new pool is created with Uniswap. You want to make sure you're on the longest time frame, 4 hours, and then filter by new, and it will pull up all of them. And here I can show you the DexT scores. It has a warning to tell you something is not right about the pool, newly created, low transaction count, and even auto-generated contracts. This pool explorer is not only good for liquidity providers, but the traders too, as when LPs start flooding into a token, it usually means a hype cycle is coming. So if you start noticing a token getting huge ads, you might want to keep an eye on it. How to do this? this? Well, change to the max of 4 hours again, and then filter by ads. Just look through the data. Do you see any high Ethereum ads? Well, 85 ETH was added to the OM token, and it only had a 6% positive effect on the pool, and it has over 1,300 ETH in the pool. Plus, the pool was only created 1 day ago. Well, let's just click into Live Watch. This is the Token Explorer, where you can see all the trades going down, the price in USD and ETH, liquidity, volume, the amount pooled for each token, and the number of transactions through the pool. Plus, it gives you the full details of the token's DexT score. As we can see, it has hit the mark for pool and transaction, but it's new, so no score for creation, as there isn't much data about it, as information is one. Well, to figure out more information, just go to the contract token address. To figure out what it's called, OM token, which is set on DexT, we can use Google. Search by OM token. It's Mantra DAO, who is integrated with the Polkadot ecosystem. No wonder it's bubbling, and DexTools let us there. So the combination of granular pooling information combined with granular token and trading information, you get Uniswap weapons that others do not have, and you can better see when things might get moving. I went over Uniswap today, but remember, it works with IDEX, and they have features like token catch, wallet info, spread hunter, real-time order book search, and a full view of deposit and withdrawal exchange data. Now, to finish this episode off, I would like to dive into a coin I brought up yesterday, as more information is dropping and an opportunity will show itself on Uniswap. So first, let's talk why this is going to be big. The project's Lukso, and it's bridging physical items, digital items, and people all within one protocol. Assets and items are tied to people, and it's coming from the creator which turned Ethereum on its head and started the DeFi revolution, the RC20 standard from Fabian Vogelsteller. Now, I showed in the video yesterday the relation with EnergyWeb. Anna of Grid Singularity and EWF is an advisor to the team. Both are POA blockchains right now, which were released around the same time. Now, I don't think these two are directly related, like they're going to be two blockchains working like this, as Lukso is focusing on the creative industry, fashion, gaming, design, and social media. EnergyWeb is the energy industry, but you can think of these two in a similar fashion. Get the pun? EnergyWeb, in my opinion, will become the main blockchain for the energy management, transfer, and trading industry. Lukso will become the main blockchain for the creatives industry, as the people attached to it are no joke in that industry, just like the companies attached to EnergyWeb are no joke in the energy industry. So number 1 advisor is Daniel Heath, Nike's Vice President of Digital. Number 2, Dr. Bernd Hopkorn, Chanel's President of Europe. Rajiv Aikara, Vice President of Burberry. Down a little further, Caroline Drucker, Instagram's Head of Strategic Partnerships, EMEA. And even Evelyn Mora, founder of Helsinki Fashion Week. Plus many others. But regarding the advisors, they are contributing more than just a head position, and Evelyn Mora is testament to that. Just this month, Lukso's first practical use case was demonstrated at Helsinki Fashion Week, where Digital Village was created, and 30 top designers did this. Designers created universal public profiles on Lukso L14, their testnet. Universal profiles are decentralized and self-sovereign identities, allowing the designers to have one unique identifier in the digital world. With their universal profiles, the designers are able to issue their products in unique digital tokens, allowing for real scarcity, accessibility, P2P transferability, storage, display, and permanence of these new digital items. For the first time, collections have been created and issued 100% digitally and decentralized. So could this be coming with their other partners, Instagram creators, Nike shoes, Chanel, and more? We will have to see. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.